Let's get right into it. Number 10, non-stick confidence. You trust your non-stick pan. It's been with you through heartbreak, frozen dumplings, and that phase where everything was air-fried adjacent. It looks smooth, harmless, practically spa-like. But when that coating gets scratched, overheated, or just old, it can start releasing compounds your body did not RSVP for. The science part, explained like a friend who barely passed chemistry, traditional nonstick coatings were made using PFASs, forever chemicals. They're called that because once they're in the environment or your body, they just stay. Like that one embarrassing memory your brain replays at 3 a.m. These chemicals can mess with hormones, immune responses, and cholesterol levels because they're really good at pretending to be things your body already uses. Now here's the funny, sad part. You don't notice anything immediately. No coughing, no green smoke, no dramatic poisoning scene. Your pan just quietly contributes to a long-term background radiation of, that's weird blood test results. It's the slow drip of exposure that makes it sneaky. High heat is usually the villain. Crank the stove too much and those coatings start breaking down faster than your willpower in the snack aisle. Basically, your cookware isn't trying to kill you. It's just extremely committed to being chemically unforgettable. And this is nothing compared to what's hiding in item number 7, which lives in your wallet and actively lies to your face. Number 9, receipt roulette. Imagine buying a coffee and accidentally taking home a chemistry experiment. That shiny, slightly greasy receipt you shove into your pocket, it's often coated in BPA or BPS, chemicals used to make thermal paper work. You don't see ink because the paper itself is chemically treated to react to heat. Science. Also, why is this necessary? BPA is an endocrine disruptor, which is a fancy way of saying it can confuse your hormones by pretending to be estrogen. Your body sees it and goes, oh, cool, instructions, and then proceeds to misfile those instructions directly into chaos. Hormones control everything from mood to metabolism to reproduction, so even small disruptions over time can matter. The fun twist is how it gets in. You don't eat receipts, you absorb them through your skin, especially if your hands are sweaty, lotioned, or freshly sanitized. So every time you crumple one like a tiny stress ball, your body is quietly absorbing surprise chemistry. Cashiers get the highest exposure, which is deeply unfair because they already deal with enough. You're not doomed, but you are lightly being pranked by office supplies. And if you think paper is bad, wait until we get to the thing in item 6 that's literally designed to make the air feel nicer while doing the opposite. Number 8, scented lies. You walk into a room and it smells like ocean breeze, which is impressive because the ocean smells like fish and regret. That clean, fake freshness comes from air fresheners, scented candles, and sprays that release volatile organic compounds, VOCs, into the air. You inhale them because breathing is non-optional. These chemicals can irritate your lungs, trigger headaches, and in some cases mess with your nervous system. The irony is brutal. You're trying to make your space feel healthier, calmer, more put together, and instead you're turning your living room into a lightly perfumed lab. Your brain associates the smell with cleanliness, so it relaxes, even while your body is doing low-level damage control. Here's the psychology trick. Humans trust good smells. We evolved to avoid rot and danger by scent, so when something smells pleasant, your brain stamps it as safe. That stamp is wildly outdated. Modern chemistry figured out how to hack your nose without asking permission from the rest of your organs. Your nervous system is basically being catfished by lavender. And we're still warming up because later on there's an object you touch every day that combines chemicals, heat, and convenience in a way that's honestly impressive in the worst possible way. Number 7, plastic comfort. You heat leftovers in plastic because it says microwave safe, which is the most legally flexible phrase ever invented. What it usually means is this probably won't melt visibly. It does not mean this will not leak chemicals into your food like a polite little sponge. When plastic heats up, its molecules loosen their grip on reality. Chemicals like phthalates and BPA can migrate into your food, especially if it's oily or acidic. And your body is very good at absorbing these compounds because they resemble hormones just enough to sneak past security. Again, endocrine disruption. Again, your body being lied to by a fork. The weird part is how subtle the effect feels. You don't get sick immediately. Instead, over years, these exposures are associated with fertility issues, metabolic changes, and developmental problems. It's the slow burn horror genre of health science. Nothing jumps out. everything whispers. Your brain loves convenience, though. Convenience feels like safety. I've done this 1,000 times, you tell yourself, as if repetition magically makes chemistry give up. Spoiler, it does not. And if you think plastics are bad after heating, wait until you hear what item number 4 does before you even touch it. Number 6, the invisible clean. Cleaning sprays feel productive. You spray, you wipe, the surface shines, and your brain releases a tiny good job chemical. But many household cleaners release fumes that irritate your lungs and eyes, and some contain compounds linked to asthma and neurological irritation. Here's the dumb smart explanation. Your lungs are basically moist sponges with opinions. They are very sensitive to airborne chemicals, especially in enclosed spaces. When you inhale cleaning fumes, your nervous system goes into mild defense mode. Not panic, just vigilance. Over time, that adds up. The psychological trap is visual cleanliness. When something looks clean, we assume it is safe, but your nose and lungs don't care about shine. They care about chemical load. Mixing products can make it worse. Certain combinations release chlorine gas, which is not a quirky science fact, it's a war crime in gas form. Your house might sparkle, but your respiratory system is filing a complaint. And trust me, this is still polite compared to number 3, which sits in your bathroom pretending to be helpful. Number 5, personal care, personally attacking. Your shampoo smells amazing, your lotion promises youth, your deodorant swears it understands you, and inside all of that are preservatives, fragrances, and stabilizers that can irritate skin or interfere with hormones over long periods of exposure. Your skin isn't armor, it's more like a bouncer who lets anyone with confidence. Many cosmetic ingredients are absorbed directly into your bloodstream in small amounts, not enough to cause instant harm, but enough to raise eyebrows in long-term studies. The biology is rude but fascinating. Your body processes these compounds using the same detox pathways it uses for actual toxins, so every extra chemical adds to the workload. It's not that one product ruins you, it's the pileup. Shampoo, soap, lotion, cologne, repeat. Your liver is basically working overtime because you like smelling like midnight forest ice. And coming up soon is an object that doesn't even touch your skin directly, yet still manages to mess with you. It's already in your house. It's probably humming. Number 4, dust with ambition. House dust sounds harmless. It's just tiny bits of skin, fabric, and whatever your floor has been up to lately. Cozy, right? Except modern dust is less old library and more chemical smoothie. It collects flame retardants, heavy metals, pesticide residue, and plastic particles from everything in your home. Those flame retardants, they come from furniture, electronics, carpets, anything designed to not immediately burst into flames. Helpful in theory, less helpful when they slowly escape into the air, settle into dust, and then get inhaled or swallowed, especially by kids, pets, or you lying on the floor scrolling your phone like a Victorian fainting patient. Here's the sneaky science. Many of these chemicals are fat-soluble, meaning they hang out in your body's tissues instead of politely exiting. Over time, they can interfere with thyroid function and brain development. Again, no instant symptoms, just subtle long-term nonsense. Your brain does not register dust as danger, it registers it as ugh later. That's why it works. And if you think dust is impressive, wait until we talk about the thing that's literally plugged into your wall and quietly shedding chemistry. Number 3, electronics shedding their skin. Your laptop gets warm, your phone gets warm, your TV hums like it's thinking. All of them contain flame retardants and plasticizers that can slowly release into the surrounding environment. They don't explode, they don't leak goo, they just emit. Heat speeds this up, so does age. That cozy warmth on your thighs while you work, it's not just productivity, it's also molecular drift. Again, the exposure level is low, individually harmless seeming, collectively annoying to your endocrine system. The psychology here is trust through familiarity. Electronics feel essential, modern, safe. We've normalized constant contact. Your brain lumps them in with tools, not chemical sources. Meanwhile, your body is doing the math like, okay, but why are there plastic-derived compounds in here? And remember earlier when I mentioned something pretending to make air nicer? This is where it gets worse, because number 2 is something you actively buy to improve your health. Number 2, filtered but make it weird. Water filters make you feel responsible, gold star. But not all filters are created equal, and some remove taste and odor without removing certain contaminants like heavy metals, microplastics, or chemical residues. So you sip confidently, assuming purity, while still getting trace exposures. This isn't fear-mongering, it's expectation management. Your brain hears filtered and stops asking questions. The placebo effect kicks in hard. Clean label, clean conscience. But filtration is specific. Remove one thing, miss another. Biologically, your kidneys are incredible. Psychologically, they're being set up for failure. The issue isn't that filtered water is bad, it's that false certainty makes you ignore cumulative exposure from everywhere else. And now we reach the final item, the one you absolutely did not expect, the one that's been involved in every other example without you noticing. Number 1. Normality. The most toxic thing in your life is not an object. It's how normal all of this feels. Your brain is wired to ignore slow threats. No smoke, no alarm, no problem. If something doesn't hurt immediately, it gets filed under future me's issue. That's how subtle toxicity wins. It blends into routine. It hides inside convenience, cleanliness, and comfort. Biology doesn't care about vibes. It cares about dose and time. And psychologically, humans are terrible at tracking both. So your body adapts, compensates, reroutes until it can't. Not dramatically, quietly. Basically, nothing here is trying to kill you. It's just collectively asking your body to do extra work forever. And your nervous system is very polite, so it doesn't complain until it absolutely has to. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.